Assalamu alaikum. Hello. 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 Are you able to hear my voice? Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello, yes, doctor.
You are able to see the slides?
Yes,
Slide. Shall we start now? Hello.
yes, doctor. Yes.
Come on. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Here in this class, as you know, I am taking this class instead of Monday's class. As you know, we have meeting on Sunday and Monday, so maybe all classes affected. So maybe you have to come in the afternoon. I think just check with your head of the department. So because I don't want to waste your time, I just want to make use of this holiday for the class that we are going to miss, because this is related to final exam preparation. So concentrate on the slides so that you can understand, and as well those who have to give soft skill should try to understand much better and able to speak that explanation. So first question, as you know, you remember that for this course, for your final exam, you will be having problems, okay? So please work out the problems and try to make use of calculator, and see that you are well aware how to make use of the information given in the question and to use in the formula. And what is that formula? Basic formulas of Ohm's law, always used, should be always remembered, okay? So I start here, concentrate, and if you don't understand anything, you can ask me. So in exam, in the final exam, such question like this question number 1, this is for 10 marks. This total question you will get for 10 marks. So concentrate on that. So perhaps you may have this first bit for 3 marks, and the next bit for 4 marks, and this next bit for 3 marks, because this fourth bit you have more explanation and more workout. Of course, you need not write this. I will explain you how to work out one after another. So first try to understand the question. This question, question number 1, is asking you to find current. So first question of question number 1 is find current, find the voltage, and find the power. Okay, and this all related to the diode loss. Diode, this is your diode. In each of the cases you are having diode, okay, in a particular fashion. So you need to understand how the diode works so that you can apply the qanun. Okay, so this is the picture. This total picture is called E1.2. So based on this circuit in different format, you have to find the current, find the voltage and power loss which occurs in all these diodes of these circuits. Okay, so one by one we be able to work out, inshallah. So first part of the question is this is the circuit. For this you have to find current, you have to find voltage and power loss for the concerned diode. So if you understand that, it is easy. or else it will be very difficult. So in order to apply this circuit to find out current, voltage and power, we have to understand. So in the first case, as you can see, I have said that the diode is forward bias. How do you know this is forward bias? Because this is plus, the symbol, this is for battery, yeah, or DC. This is DC power supply, or also called battery. So this is plus, this is minus. So whenever you connect plus of the battery or DC power supply to P, you have seen in your experiments, P and N, P N positive, N negative. Whenever you connect power supply plus to plus and minus to minus, this is called forward bias. When your diode is forward bias, it is called conducting state, or also called on state, because diode is like a switch. Whenever power supply plus is connected to plus, minus is connected to, this is called forward bias, and it is also called conducting or on state. So what will happen is, whenever such a state occurs, then what will happen is the diode will start working and conducting, so that we need to have a voltage drop. Okay, so whatever voltage drop, what is the voltage drop? He has said 1 volt. In all these cases, he's saying voltage drop is existing. So this voltage drop we have to take care in each of the cases. So here what is happening is, the voltage drop of 1 volt will appear in this circuit. So in all these three cases, he said that the voltage drop of 1 volt exists and breakdown voltage of 100 volt exists for all these three cases. So first case, he is asking you in each of the three cases, what is the current, what is the voltage, or what is the power. So whenever the circuit has a diode and it is on, yani plus connected to plus and minus connected to one, and alatur, the voltage drop will be 1 volt. Yani whatever is the voltage drop for the diode will be the voltage that is there. So in the first case, you have learned that the voltage that you are getting is directly 1 volt. So this is the first part of the answer. Yani current in this case, in the first case, this is voltage. Voltage in the first case is 1 volt directly. How do you get this 1 volt? Whatever voltage drop of this circuit or for this diode will directly become the voltage that is for the circuit. So this is the first part of the answer. As I've told you, you have to find current, voltage and power loss in each of the cases, in each of the three cases. So first case, you have to say the voltage drop is equal to 1 volt. How do you understand that it is 1 volt? Because it is given here. Voltage drop 1 volt will directly become 1 volt because this diode has on state. It is on state. Why? Because plus is connected to plus and minus connected to minus. So this is the first part of the answer. Next, you have to find what is the current. So current, always remember, is given by the Hanun, voltage by resistance. Okay, this Hanun always applies. Yani alatur current is equal to voltage by resistance. Here in this circuit, we have a diode, so that voltage is dropped because of the diode, which is he has given as 1 volt. So what we have to write, current in the first case is equal to voltage minus voltage drop, and voltage applied. What is the voltage applied directly? This is 24 volts. And what is the voltage drop that you are having? 1 volt. So 24 minus 1. And what is the resistance here? This is the resistance, 20 ohms. So in all of the cases, you have resistance of 20 ohms. So 24 minus 1 by 20, if you have a calculator, you can check, that comes to 1.15 ampere. Okay, so this is the second part of the first bit. Okay, you get this 1.15 ampere of the current. So this is the second part of the first question. Now he is asking you the third part, what is the power? Okay, so in order to use the Qanun power, we have this P is equal to V into I. Power of the diode or power loss, what you can say here, is always is based on this Qanun. The Qanun will be given in Imtihan. So P is equal to V into I. So what is the V? You have already said that voltage is equal to 1. So in this case, what is that? P is equal to voltage. We have already got 1 here. Okay, and current, that is 1.15, whatever what you have got now. So 1 multiplied by 115, you get 1.15 watt. Why this watt? Because it is power. So this is the third bit of the uh, first question. Okay, so he has 3 circuits. He wants current, voltage, power in each of the circuit. Okay, in the first part of the circuit, uh, we are first of all finding voltage drop. Voltage drop he is asking. So this voltage drop is equal to the actual voltage drop, because this diode is on, and this diode, whenever is on, whatever the voltage drop that is there, that is for the each of the circuit, is will appear as the voltage drop itself. So V is equal to whatever given. So this is the first part of the first question. And then second part of the question is based on Ohm's law. This is Ohm's law. What is Ohm's law? Always remember, current is equal to voltage by resistance. But here it is not exactly the voltage, but there is also a diode which is having some voltage produced. So voltage, that is actual voltage, whatever you are getting here, this minus the voltage drop across the diode. Okay, you get and divided by resistance, which is 20 ohms, you get 1.15 amperes. So this is the second part of the first question. Then the third part, power loss. Power is given by the Qanun. P is equal to V into I. So what did you get V here? As you have already said, it is 1 volt. 1 multiplied by current, whatever you got now. Okay, you just multiply that 1 into 1.15, you get 1.15. But this is power. That's why the unit is watt. Okay, so in the first case, first bit answer is 1 volt voltage, current is 1.15 ampere, and power loss is 1.15 watts. Now can the one who has to give the soft skill say this tertib? Come on.
Yes, Doctor.
Hello.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
Doctor.
Bismillah.
اوكي دكتور. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا شباب، السؤال الفقرة الأولى من السؤال ده. الأول يقول لك determine the current voltage and power losses in the diode، اللي هي الفقرة الأولى اللي هي رسمها A. عندك الرسمة A الدايود، عندك الفولت فيه 24 والريزستر 20 أوم. طبعا تسمى الدايود هذه تسمى اللي هي الفوردر بيسد، لأن عندك الدي سي سبلاي البلس مع البلس في الدايود والسالب مع السالب. وعندك في السؤال معطيك يقول لك الفولتج دروب اوف 1 فولت. تحط القانون حق الاوم لو اللي هو الاي، ويبغى الحين يبغى الكرنت اللي هو الاي الفي على ار. الفي في الرسمه الاولى عندك 24 ناقص 1 اللي معطيك اياها في السؤال، بعدين تقسمها على 20 يطلع لك الناتج اللي هو 1.15 امبير. بعدها تطلع الباور، وطالب منك الطاقه حقت الدايود الاول، الدايره الاولى هذه. قانون الباور بيعطيك اياه هو اصلا في السؤال، اللي هو البي يساوي في ضرب اي، اللي هو الفولتج اللي طلعناه ضرب الكرنت. الفولتج عندك بس السؤال 1 هو معطيك اياه، تضرب ال1 وال15 طلع لك الناتج والوحده حقتها تكون الدبليو اللي هي الواط. واضح؟ اوكي finish دكتور.
So this is first part of the question. That this is A bit. Okay, you see here voltage, DC power supply, then resistance, then diode. In each of the cases, you will see the same thing. Okay, but there is some difference of the diodes in each of the cases. So you need to understand based on this circuit, the working of the diode will change. Okay, now come to second part of the circuit, B bit. Okay, so B bit. So this is the B bit part of the question. I hope I will be able to. Yeah, I'll use another pen so that I can. This is pen. I'll use this part, B part of the question. So B part of the question related here. B. This part of the question is B. Okay, and up till here, this is B part of the question. So same sort of theory need to be applied. In the second case, as you can see in the circuit, okay, what is here? This is plus and this is minus. Okay, this is connected to where? This is connected to minus. This is negative, as I've told you. Positive yani this side, negative yani this side. So yani this is negative, this is positive. So what do you see? Plus connected to minus, minus connected to plus. This is called reverse bias. Reverse bias यानी diode will be in the off state. The diode will be off state. Okay, so now you have a voltage. Okay, how much voltage you are having? 24 volts. Okay, so what will happen is in this case, when the applied voltage is less than breakdown voltage. What is the breakdown voltage? In both all the cases, the breakdown voltage is 100 volts. uh, Breakdown voltage is a voltage that is caused by diode. It will be activated by the diode whenever it is in reverse bias. So has this design or has this connection of diode with the power supply where plus is connected to minus. This is called reverse bias. In this state, diode will be off. So when the diode is off, what will happen is whatever the breakdown voltage that is for a particular diode will be active now. Okay, so when this will be active, what will happen is it is giving the voltage drop, okay, equal to whatever the voltage drop you have at the power supply, because the voltage breakdown voltage is 100 voltage. Okay, and whatever the voltage drop, I mean power supply is 24 volts. So voltage drop will be equal to whatever the power supply, yani voltage here in this second case will be equal to whatever the voltage supply, because diode is in off state. Whenever the diode is in off state, whatever voltage that exists at the power supply will be existing as the voltage drop. So for this part of the question, V and A 24 here in the second case. Why? Because in the off state, whenever in off state, the whole voltage will appear across the diode, and that becomes the actual voltage. Then come to the current. So whenever in the reverse bias, current will always be zero. Current will become zero in the case when the diode is reverse bias. So whatever the voltage that comes, I mean that is applied to the diode will become the diode voltage. That is the voltage what he is asking, and current that is, I mean, should flow will not flow. Why? Because this is in off state. The diode is off because plus connected to minus, minus connected to plus. So now the voltage whatever is appearing here will come here. So that will be the itself the voltage. Okay, and current will not flow. So current is equal to 0 amperes. Voltage will be 24 volts. So we have done current and voltage. So apply the Khanun once again. Power. So power again multiply 0 with 24. So this will become 0 watts. So in the second case, the current is 0 amperes, power is 0, and voltage will be what we have supplied itself. So this is the case of circuit B. I hope you have understood. If you have not understood, please ask me on your microphone and ask me question if you have not understand. Yes? Anyone having any question? This is 4 marks. Hello? Hello?
Yes, Doctor. Yes.
You are understanding?
Yes.
Then we go for the C part of the question. Okay, I will change the pen here so that you don't confuse. Okay, now this is C part of the question. So C part of the question, same things apply. Okay, yani voltage drop of 1 volt, breakdown voltage 100 voltage. Again, the question is what is current, what is voltage, what is power, and same here again. Voltage has changed. You see here 24, but here 180 volts, and here is what is that? This is plus, this is minus. So this is what? Minus, this is plus. So what will happen to the diode, please tell me? Just now you have learned
Off. Off, Doctor. No.
it will be off state, off yani reverse bias. Yani reverse bias, what will happen? Whatever the voltage that is there tries to come towards this. But remember, here in the first case, when the voltage is reverse bias, yeah, it is having voltage equal to 24 volts, and this voltage and 100 voltage, yani 24 voltage is less than 100 voltage. That's why the same voltage will come here. Okay, yani voltage is equal to 24 volts in the second circuit, because whatever the voltage, yeah, that you are having and the breakdown voltage, if this voltage is less than this voltage will come here. Okay, but in this case what you see, 180 volts, this is more. So because 180 volts is more than 100 volts, now this diode, because it is offset, it should have 100 volt, but this is more voltage, 180 voltage is more. So what will happen is, first thing, diode will be off, then whatever the voltage drop now will be equal to 100 volts. So in the third C part of the question, what will happen is, now the voltage drop will be equal to 100 volt. Why it's so? Because this voltage is greater than 100 volts. So now this voltage will come here. In this case, what is that? 24 volts is less than 100 volts. So what will happen? 24 volts will come here. In this case, 180 volts is greater than 100 volts. So what will happen? 100 volts will come here. So in this case, what will be the voltage drop? The voltage drop, yeah, or the voltage across the diode will be 100. So voltage drop is equal to 100. Okay. But then current, use the khanun, this khanun, current. So current is equal to what we have, voltage drop, voltage minus voltage drop. So what is the voltage here? 180. In this case, C bit voltage is 180 minus, so what is that? Voltage drop. So what is the voltage drop just now? 100. Okay, 100 taqsim. So what is that? Divided by resistance. What is the resistance? 20. So if you solve that, taqriban you get 4 amperes. Okay, first case voltage is 100 volts and current is 4 amperes. Okay, so voltage, why it is 100 volts? Because 180 volts is greater than 100 volt. So 100 volts itself will be again a breakdown voltage will be coming here. Here in this case, what is that? 24 volts is less than what you call 100 volts. So what will happen? This 24 volt will come here. Okay, here it is zyada, so 100 volts will come here. So if it is less, then what will happen? If this is less, 24 volts will come in this second case. So this is current. Okay, so then power, as you have already seen, voltage multiplied by current. So what is voltage? You have said 100. Okay, zarab, current is 4. So how much will be the power? 100 into 4, how much?
400.
How much? Yeah, 400 watts. So this is the third bit of answer. So please try to concentrate, look for this video. Inshallah, I will again send this video to you in the group. Look and try to understand, try to digest yourself so that you don't confuse. In first case, diode is forward bias, diode is on. Okay, so what will happen? Current will become 0 in the first case. And in the second case, this is reverse bias. Why? Plus is connected to minus, but this voltage, what is there, is less than 100 volts. So this 24 volts will come here. That becomes the voltage. In the third case, this is also reverse bias, plus connected to minus, but this voltage supplied, power supply is 180 volts. So what will happen? This 100 voltage, which is always in all three cases, this will be the actual voltage here. Then once you get that, apply the Qanun and you have this current, and then multiply voltage and current, you get power. So remember, this is 10-mark question. You have to understand this and try to be able to work out. Okay, sorry, this is 3 marks question. This is 3 marks, sorry, this because only a few steps here, but here more number of steps, so this will be 4 marks. So this is the tartib of grading. So please remember, and in each cases your units are lazim. Okay, power yani always watt, current yani ampere, and voltage always in volts. So remember this case. If you have any question, you can ask me, or else I will go to the next session, next problem. Hello.
Okay,
Hello,
it's
if you
good,
have it.
doctor. No.
Yeah, so that was the only big problem. Then all these questions, this is our only 2 marks question. So here he's asking you, you will get circuit in the exam, same you will be getting. You will be getting this question, but then you will get Qanun and circuit. So from this circuit, you have to get the values. So Qanun is easy. Here in this case, P and a power, that is average power, is equal to I RMS square into R. This is the Qanun. Yani current square multiplied by resistance, you get average power. So see this, what we have to do, I RMS square, what is that? The Qanun is 170. You have this 170 here, you have to take case. So I power average, this power can be written as like this, 170, you have this value here. So write this value here. Actually, this is like this, V cos of some theta. V cos theta. This is the voltage supply. This is AC applied. Okay, this is AC applied. So in this case, the voltage applied is written in this method, V cos theta. So power is equal to V by root 2, okay, into this square. What is that? Here, resistance. R is equal to resistance. So root 2 R whole square. This is the Qanun. Okay, into R. This is the Qanun. Okay, I will give you like this in the exam. Okay, so you can easily apply the Qanun. So voltage, what is voltage here? You have to pick from here. You have not to write all this. VNA 170 khalas. So from the problem, you have to just write V is equal to how much? 170. Okay, and R is equal to how much? 12. Khalas. If you can pick up that, then just substitute all these values. So what is that? You have V 170 divided by root 2 as it is, multiplied by resistance 12 whole square multiplied by 12. So if you work out, you get 1204 watts. You can also say it is takriban 1.2 kilowatts. Like that also you can write. So remember, this is the tartib. You have to work out your problems in exam. So this is a small problem. It will be asked for 2 marks. If you have more number of steps, more marks. So please work out your problem. You have any question, you can ask me, or else I will go for the next. Hello? Hello?
Yes, not. Okay, no problem, inshallah.
Okay, then we go to the question number 3. So in question number 3, he is using a thyristor and he has got a voltage here. So once you get that, write down how much you have. So he has given V is equal to 440, okay, and he has got maximum voltage something like 254. So this is maximum voltage. So V max. So that is equal to how much? 254. Okay, so if data sheet specifies and di by dt, this is called limit. So this limit he has given how much? 100 ampere per microsecond. So micro yani 10 to the power of minus 6. So zarab 10 to the power of minus 6. Okay, so this is the limit. So apply that in the Qanun. So what is that? You have Vm, yani this you can call this as a Vm. Okay, so Vm root 2. So what is that Vm root 2? Vm yani 254. Okay, 254 zarab root of 2. Okay, taqseem limit. What is the limit? 100 into 10 to the power of minus 6. And he's also seeing 70 ampere per micro. Sorry, this is 70 ampere. This is 70. Sorry, this is 70 ampere microsecond. Okay, so you have not to use this 100. This is not useful for you. Okay, this is not useful in your solution. Only this is useful. 70. So remember, limit is basically the stress designed to limit. So this limit is this one. Okay, so this is the limit. So 70 into 10 to the power. So 70 into 10 to the power of minus 6. So work out, if you work out this, you will be able to get this value. You will be getting takriban 5.13 10 to the power of 6 Henry. This is Henry. So again, once again, 10 to the power of minus 6 yani micro. This is micro. So remove this 10 to the power of minus 6 and just write 5.13 mu. Mu, this is written like this, mu. Mu and yani micro. So this is the tartib of the third question. If you have any question, you can ask me. If any doubt. Hello. Hello.
Okay.
So next we move to question number 4. He's saying power electronics device turn off 50 ampere. Okay, and is having time 200 microseconds. This is one case, and then starting from 0, it is going to 110 volts in time 220 microseconds. So he's asking you what is the change, di by dt, and a change, and a change in the current, and dv by dt, and a change in voltage, change in current and change in voltage is asking you. So remember the Qanun, change yani new value minus old value. Okay, remember this Qanun, new change yani this, he's asking di by dt, di by dt yani change in current and change in voltage. So yani arm Qanun is change yani new value minus old value. So first of all, find out change in current. So delta I yani change in current. This is delta I. So this delta I, what is the first current that he is having? Yani this is in the first case 0. Okay, that is going directly to 50. Okay, so 0 going to 50. So here 50 and here 0. Okay, so 0 going to 50. So 0 minus 50, that is minus 50 amperes, minus lazim here, because you have to multiply, subtract the new value minus old value. What was the new value? 0. This is new value. And what is the old value? The old value was 50. So 0 minus 50, you get minus 50, not plus 50. Okay, so what is the change in time? So change in time, he has already given 220 microseconds. So we go for here 100 volts build up, yani new value minus old value. What is the new value? He has got new value for voltage 110. So 110 you keep, minus what was the new value, old value? It was yani going to 0. It builds up from basic. So what is that? It is 0. Okay, so it goes from 0 to 110. So 110 is the new value minus old value 0. Okay, or you can think otherwise, if you are not given what is that you had previously, you can consider it 0. But here anyhow you have 0 here, and the new values has 110. So the voltage drop you can see here, 0 minus 110 minus 0. 110, why do you take? Because it's new value minus old value, you have 110 volts. So this is plus. Okay, so for 220 microseconds that you have, it's already given. So this is not part of the answer. So only up till this is asking you determine the change in current and change in voltage. So change in current is this one, minus 50 amperes, and change in voltage is 110. Okay, so he is also asking you stress. So in order to find the stress, what is that you have to do? We have to minus 50 divided by 200 and 200. Okay, why 200? Because this is the time. Okay, so di by dt. Okay, so what we do, di na 50 amperes minus 50 what we have got divided by 200, that is the time, di by dt. Okay, so if you solve that, you get minus 0.25 ampere per microsecond. Okay, and then in the second case, dv by dt, what is the change? You already have found the change in voltage, but here you have to again divide with change in time. So what is that? Change in voltage that you have already got is 110, and what is the time on which it is having? 220. So divide by this, you get 0.5 voltage per microsecond. You understand that? So in the first case, what you have done, found out first the change by just using this Qanun, but then he is himself given the Qanun, di by dt, current by time. Time where he is given in each case, this is the time. In the first case, this is 200 microseconds. Okay, so we are making use of 200 in the first case. In the second case, he is giving you the new time 220. So divide by 220, you get this new what do you call that, stress, dv by dt stress. So you have two answers. You have any question, you can ask me. Hello. Hello.
Okay, thank you,
Hello.
Doctor. No, straight.
So that's it for today. So we will not be having this theory class on Sunday and Monday, but for lab, I don't know. On Monday, we'll see the situation. If suppose I'm free, we can go to the lab. But theory class is taken. Whatever I have taken attendance, this same attendance I will put it. But for lab, we'll check in if Monday, say like we are free by 10 o'clock, we'll have the lab, or else halas. This is it. Okay,
Okay.
class over. So just put your attendance, just check, see your attendance, and then go. So that's it. Thank you. I'll give you the video, inshallah. Once I upload it to YouTube, I will give the link. You can see that, inshallah. Halas.